For most people on the planet, there's only one thing that's inevitable for them, and it's death. But for some people, there's more. The goal is to be relentless. The goal is to be annoying. The goal is to be obsessive over your dreams. Years have passed and you're still stuck in the job you probably hate. You probably still haven't taken up that hobby that your brain's been begging you to. And you probably haven't progressed any closer to your goals. So you're stuck. Your life's probably a never-ending loop of mindless habits, a bunch of regurgitated dopamine slop. And you're probably asking yourself all the time, why am I not happy? Why do I not have what I want? But instead of focusing so much on what went wrong or why you don't have what you want yet, focus more on how. How can you move forward instead of, pondering all the time and worrying about what you did wrong, worrying about what your future is going to look like. Simply just stop. You have to believe that your success is inevitable. You have to believe it's waiting for you, just as certain as death is. It's gonna come no matter what. This is called the law of detachment. It's really a simple concept to grasp, but not as easy to pull off. The law of detachment is not something you do once and it changes the course of your life. The law of detachment is not something that you can use as an excuse to not do any work. Rather, it's a lifestyle. It's something that you have to ingrain into your daily life, and something that is not always going to be easy and is imperfect. To simply put it, it's the art of letting go. Primary purpose is to make you operate from a place of logic instead of feelings and emotions. As important as our emotions are, we have to simply just acknowledge them, let them pass through, feel them, but we can't let it be an obstacle. There are going to be many obstacles that come your way when you're practicing this or adapting to this lifestyle, but it's something that you just have to let pass through, as if you're a transparent, unstoppable force reaching an inevitable destination. So I said something earlier about not using the law of detachment as an excuse. Now, what exactly could that mean? I mainly said that because it can easily get confused with not having to try, or if you get the notion that something is going to happen for you inevitably, that you don't have to worry about it and it'll come. You can sit in your bed every day after you get home from work and scroll on your phone, scroll reels, and then get up and do the same exact thing the next day, and then one day you'll just become a professional athlete or the biggest content creator or the best musician to ever live. Okay, that's just not how it works, and it's unrealistic. Even though you have to believe that it's inevitable, your destination, you also have to work towards it, because it's not gonna just whoosh out of thin air, It's not just gonna instantly pop up when you want it to. The reason it's so important to continuously work towards your goals is because if an opportunity comes and passes you by, it might have been the thing that could have just launched you from point A to point D. It could have taken you to unimaginable lengths, and it could be the difference between you breaking out and staying in. You have to be ready to take every single opportunity that's going to come your way, no matter what. Even if you flop, even if you turbo flop, you have to just take it. And the only way you'll be comfortable doing that is if you're always working and are prepared. I can't give you the amount of times that I've had opportunities or people pass me by because I simply just wasn't prepared. I didn't do the work. I didn't put in the time or the effort. So just don't use it as an excuse. Use it more as a reassurance of your results, meaning that you're putting on all this work and you're sitting here editing your video or practicing or whatever you're doing, and you get a moment, you're like, is this really even going to work? Why am I doing this? Use it as something to keep propelling you forward, instead of saying, oh, I'm just going to lay back and do nothing and let the world take care of it for me. I don't got to do anything. Because that's not the way to go about it. Once you can kind of grasp the idea of this whole law and the purpose of it, how it can function in your life, it's really important you learn to love, this is going to sound corny and cliche, but the journey you're on as well. And I'm sure everyone's probably heard this before, but the path you're taking, the work you're putting in, the relentless mindset you have right now is what makes the destination just as relieving, just as, oh, I made it, like this feels great. The only reason that feels that way is because of all the work you did leading up to it. Because if I could just snap like this and I had 10 million subscribers and I averaged 1 million views per video, like it wouldn't mean anything to me, you know? Me going through all these videos, spending hours of my time to get 2 views that are me and my dad and maybe my mom on occasion, like that's what's gonna make me feel good when I make it. Because if you don't learn to love what you're doing, eventually, you know, you're gonna get where you want to be, if you even do, and you're gonna be like, hey, you know, I miss the drive I used to have. I miss the relentlessness I used to have. I miss how annoying I used to be telling everyone I'm gonna achieve this one day. I miss knowing my potential. Your goal with developing this lifestyle, the understanding and actually living the law of detachment, should not be to have motivation, okay? Because motivation will appear and disappear like that. You might get a week, you might get a day, you might get even a couple hours, and then it just disappears for the next X amount of time, okay? You need to focus your efforts around building discipline instead. Discipline is what's going to get you there. So I kind of want to be a little open and give a couple examples of like how this has personally affected me positively, and before I knew about it, negatively too. I've talked about this across a couple of my channels already multiple times, but I play the saxophone. I've played for, you know, almost a decade. I'm 19 years old now, so I was like 9 or 10 when I actually started playing. And I used to have this really just, I wanted to be good. I wanted to surpass my classmates. I wanted to achieve certain accolades. I wanted to get a certain level of recognition from people. I wanted to feel like I could creatively express myself. And I did put in a lot of work. I did. I eventually got to the point where I was achieving those things. And I kind of just let go instead of making bigger goals or trying to move forward with what I wanted, trying to see the benefit for my future. So I kind of started to half-ass everything, practicing, showing up for rehearsals, and taking it as seriously as it was in my life. It was a very serious thing in my life at the time. My specific issue, which maybe a couple of you might be struggling with, is that I got the law of detachment mixed up with my ego. Meaning, I felt like I was going to end up where I was because I had already achieved these things, and that I had already put in a lot of work, so I don't have to put in any more. I don't have to work towards it anymore because I felt like I was where I wanted to be, which I wasn't. And then here's the law of detachment, which is recognizing that you will get where you want to if you put in the work, if you keep trying, if you care. And I had that mixed up. It's really, really, really super common to let your ego get in the way of things. And it can, you will regret it. Take it from me, okay? You will regret letting your ego get in the way. Because if I hadn't ever stopped, I still play the saxophone, I still practice, but if I hadn't ever stopped the momentum I had going, who knows where I could have been now. Maybe at my dream school, maybe at some gig in New York, maybe I could have been signed to a record label by now. Who even knows? It's not good to ponder, but that's where you could have been. That's where I could have been if I didn't stop and let my ego get in the way. So it's really important that you do this the proper way. And like I've said multiple times, don't use it as an excuse. Now I want to share a more positive way that this law has affected me. To be clear, the law didn't negatively affect my life. It was simply my misunderstanding of it. So make sure you do your research, make sure you watch this video, and make sure you pay close attention to what I'm saying. As I've been integrating this law more into my life, I've kind of realized that my content creation has gone to a different level. Not meaning I'm doing some like world tours like Speed, or I'm doing like a big, subscriber thon, whatever, or I'm not even making Mr. Beast level videos. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm simply referring to the fact that I don't need motivation to do what I want to do anymore, to get done what I need to get done. I believe that I'm going to get where I want to with content creation. I have my own personal goals, which I'll probably address in another video, but I really want to succeed at this, and there's absolutely nothing that will get in my way of that. I will do anything it takes within my moral compass, of course. I'm not going to do some crazy stuff, but within my moral compass, I will do anything it takes to reach the heights I want to. I'm always working on refining my skills, whether it's editing, talking, thumbnails, titles, what kind of content I want to make, how I want to creatively express myself on this platform, everything. So to me, that's a bonus, no matter what. I'm going to benefit from this if in 5 years I don't even get where I want to. If in 5 years I still only have 100 subs or 1 sub, okay? Or 1 million. It doesn't matter to me. To wrap it up, I just wanted to say that if you're feeling any sort of anxiety, if you're worrying all the time, if you're always overthinking, it's dumb, and as goofy as this might sound, just relax. Take a deep breath and just sit back for a moment. Everything is going to be okay, and you will get where you want to be. You will do the work. And you have to set in your mind that nothing is going to get in the way of what you want. If you want to get rich, if you want to get ripped, if you want the next world boxing title, don't stop. This law can simply be summed up to a small phrase: release and let go.